Bob Cafaro here. I'm actually on vacation this week, and I am heading to a nursing home to play the cello for residents. Voluntary activity, and it's the second time this week that I'm doing so. And this was something I started doing when I was really sick back in 1999. And there were two reasons I did this. One is because I wanted to spend as little time as possible dwelling in self-pity. And it's very easy to do that when you're really sick, everything's stripped away, you sit and feel sorry for yourself. And my thinking was that if I devoted time to serving those less fortunate, that it would leave less time to dwell in self-pity. The other reason is I wanted to come back from the abyss, and I wanted to win an audition on my cello. I set very high goals for myself. I wanted to win a principal cello audition. And when I took my first audition for the Los Angeles Philharmonic, I believe that was in 2001, it was an absolute disaster. Everything was gone and my confidence had been stripped away. I was so nervous. My hands were shaking. And the way that I got rid of that was to start playing at nursing homes twice a week for the residents. And it made such a difference, not only in the lives of the residents I would play for, but it made such a difference in my life as well, because I got over the jitters of playing in front of people pretty quickly. Within maybe, took about 2 years, but I think I got over it. So right now we're heading to Arden Courts in Cherry Hill, New Jersey. And this is coincidentally very close to where I used to live. And this is one of the places I used to play at on a regular basis. I've gotten away from it, but now I'm going to get back to it again. I decided it's good for the soul. Volunteering is good for the soul. All right, here we are at Arden Courts, Cherry Hill, New Jersey, heading in. I used to come here at least once a week. I did it for a while. Wow, does this bring back memories? My only mistake today is I forgot to bring my good cello that I like to play. This one's good, none as good as the other one. Okay.
Nice to meet you.
How are you, Barbara?
Good, nice, very nice to meet you.
All right.
Hi, Barbara. I'm
How
Teresa.
are you? Teresa, nice to meet you.
Nice to
Come
meet
on
you
in.
too.
So thanks.
Thank you for coming today.
Oh, you're welcome.
Appreciate
Sorry,
it.
just running a minute late.
That's all right. We're gathering the residents now.
Okay.
You're gonna go through this door. You're gonna make a right and then a sharp left. I didn't know if you need a chair or what. I have a piano bench.
Piano bench should be perfect. Yeah.
So you were saying, you've been to Cadbury and have you been to Lionsgate also?
Not yet. No, I was at Cadbury Tuesday. I went.
Oh, okay.
Wow, does this bring back memories to be here? I remember I took that audition in Los Angeles. I was so nervous, it was a disaster. So I thought the best way to do it is not by taking Enderol. That's what a lot of musicians do. They take, it's a beta blocker to keep the nerves under control. But to me, there's always a better way than taking drugs, and that's get used to the playing under pressure by playing in front of people on a regular basis, and it worked. So it was one way I got my confidence back. So it's been a while since I've been here, but it's good to be back. Welcome everyone. My name is Bob Cafaro, and
Nice to have you here.
Thank you. My name is Bob Cafaro. I'm a cellist with the Philadelphia Orchestra, and I have a story because in 1999 I was very sick. I was diagnosed with a very severe case of multiple sclerosis, and I was unable to move my hands. And it was I reversed the disease. It was a very difficult recovery. But one of the things I did was I started playing at nursing homes on a regular basis. And I came here about once a week and did that for probably the better part of 2 to 3 years. And I've since moved away from here, and I've been evicted from Cherry Hill. So anyway, I live near Westmont Station now, but it's good to be back. I haven't been back here in quite some time. So I'm going to play something on the cello today, and this is the third suite in C major by Johann Sebastian Bach. Everyone is familiar with Johann Sebastian Bach? So this is his third suite for solo cello.
How old is this cello?
Huh? The cello is from...
Looks like a very old one.
No, it's 1990.
See? I say, I know it.
It's not that old. It's only 27 years old.
Yeah.
That's how old we are.
How old am I? I'm old. When I went to school, they didn't have history yet.
Right.
That's how old I am. So that was the prelude. When Johann Sebastian Bach wrote his suites, they were based on ancient dances. You would have the Allemande, which is a German dance, then you would have the Courante, which is a French dance, then you would have a Sarabande, which is Spanish, and then you would have maybe the minuets or the bourrées or the gavottes, and then you would end the suite with a gigue, generally, which is the English or the Irish jig in French. And the suites were always preceded by a prelude, and that's what I just played. That was the prelude, preluding to the third suite. So let's move on now, and I'll play the whole suite. This is the Allemande, which is a German dance, and it's long flowing lines. That's the characteristic of it. called the courant. And this is based on an ancient French dance.
You got a straight thing, you got a
Spanish dance, the sarabande, and this is the slow movement of the suite. So it's very slow, and the characteristic of the sarabande is it generally would go to the second beat. It's in 3, and it would go, so you know how a waltz would go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. This would go 1, 2, 3. So that's the characteristic of a sarabande. So the next movements in this suite, normally Bach would write either a minuet or a gavotte. These are bourrées. They're, again, French, very lively, short, 2 short pieces, bourrées, and one is happy, one is sad, and then we end with the happy one. So these are played as a set. You have 1, 2, and then we go back to 1 where it's happy again. finale of the suite, we finish with the gigue, which is French for the jig, the English or the Irish jig. This is a very lively way to end the movement. Okay, back in the saddle. So it's nice to play at this nursing home again here at Arden Courts in Cherry Hill. It's been a while, and the residents, we weren't permitted to film them today, but this was the largest crowd ever. What a crowd, what a turnout. Anyway, they were really great though. They sat very quietly and it was just, it's just good. I'm gonna sleep well tonight because I have done something to make other people's day better today. So I'm going to enjoy my night's sleep tonight.